So I'll open the sort of floor to the questions. If you can keep your questions short and identify yourself, it will help. You can just raise your hands, and I'll reach out to you. Just one small factual thing, Nikesh, I wanted to check with you. I heard that if one were to decide to watch all the videos uploaded on the YouTube today, it will take 600 years to watch all that you have done. Is that true?
If your eyesight sustains, yes. It may be longer. People upload 20 hours of video every minute.
Okay.
So it might take you longer than 600 years because people will still be uploading while you're watching.
While you're watching.
Hi. Out of all the things that Google is working on, what is that next big thing?
Okay, Google's.
I don't know. I thought I answered the question right at the beginning. We don't know. There's 20,000 people working on different things. Usually what I say is, if people say, are you sure you're not working on this? I say, I don't know. There are people at Google who could be working on it. But I think it's a very fascinating world. I think we're at the beginning of a lot of changes. I don't think we're anywhere close to done. And I think, we have some very interesting projects going on in technology in the browser world. We have a new phone out there. So we're working on the technology side. We have cloud applications. We're working on lots of interesting consumer stuff, which is already out there. So every day, different challenge, different industry, different product.
Has anyone got you working with them on any of their projects?
Sorry, do that again?
Has any of the other Googlers got you working with
Me?
them on a project? Like, did you go into a conference room where somebody presented an idea and you said, I'll work with you?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I think...
Can you talk about that?
I think video is the next big thing. I think if you think about... I think in the next 5 to 8 years, about 50% of the content, 30 to 50% of the content in the world will be consumed digitally. That's a big shift. If you look at the world, it's a $700 billion advertising industry. If you add below-the-line marketing, it's about $1 trillion industry. If 50% of the content is going to get consumed digitally, I'm hoping some proportion of that $1 trillion moves to digital. So I know Rohit already thinks we make obscene amounts of money, but we think 20 billion is a small drop in a $1 trillion industry. Right. So I'm hoping that shift of content is going to create new advertising opportunities. And in that context, yes, I am working with a bunch of people.
Right. I got the Nexus 1 on day one. The
good.
phone is one of the worst phones, as has been described by Walt Mossberg and others. It doesn't do many things which phones 10 years before it could do, including simple things like syncing with Outlook. Your order processing system completely failed you. Even today, there are customers waiting for support answers to come by, which were posted 3 weeks earlier. I'm one of them. So the process you mentioned of an idea going through in Google, weren't these things which someone caught on to early in the game, or are you willing to admit for the first time that Google has screwed up big time with this phone?
Oh, I don't think screwing up big time is...
And Goldman Sachs yesterday has slashed your sales forecast down to less than $1 million.
Let him answer. I think you shouldn't.
You know what? I used to be an analyst, so I don't believe anything they say or do, so don't worry about them. But in the context of Nexus 1, yes, we had some teething problems. In fact, we have teething problems in almost every product that we launch because, as I said, if you try and launch early and launch often, you are not going to get everything right. The question is, do you have the ability to go and fix it and make it work? We are constantly improving search. We're constantly improving every product. We launched a product called Buzz, which created buzz. Not the right kind of buzz we wanted, but we've been able to go out and fix it. So many of the things you talk about in Nexus 1 have been fixed. I didn't carry the first 2 Google phones. This is the one phone which I carry, and I'm seriously contemplating giving up my BlackBerry.
In the world of increased targeting, because Google's business model is all about targeting, and then delivering services that you want to have when you want to have them. Are we as human beings going to miss out on the surprises of life in that world and things that we don't know about?
Mm-hmm. The random stuff.
Two different answers, one from a consumer behavior perspective and another one from a Google perspective. From a consumer behavior perspective, you actually are less open to change than you think you are. And you just go through your day and just see how many things that you do in a day are new and how many things you do are a force of habit or you've been doing for a long time. And I promise you that if you get past 85 to 90%, or if you get below 85 to 90%, I'll be surprised. So people actually don't want more than 10 or 15% change. And as we get older, that number actually reduces. But that notwithstanding, our business model is not about targeting. Our business model is trying to anticipate what you're looking for, which is very different from targeting. So we look at behaviors, we look at search queries, we look at things that people are doing, saying, what is this person trying to look for? And I'll give you a simple example. If in the morning, 500 people search for Britney Spears and something's happened to her, and out of that, 400 people clicked on that link, which actually dictates that something happened to her, and then link is number 5, we will move it to number 1, right? Because that is trying to anticipate and predict what other people's input has given us, has told us about what you might be looking for. So we're trying to be more predictable or more anticipatory of what you do, as opposed to target you and box you in. If that helps answer the question.